John Pierce here, and I just want to take a couple of minutes to show you how super simple this software is to operate and how quickly and easily we can restore an aged high authority domain footprint free using Phoenix Authority Site Restorer in a matter of a few minutes of work only. So quite simply, once logged in, click on New Project, and you can put any kind of project reference you like in here. It could be your money site URL, it could be your customer name, or any reference that you want for the project that you're working on. In here then goes the domain that you're going to restore, the URL or the domain name for the age domain that you're going to be restored, and you can choose whether to enforce a www prefix. Obviously a lot of older sites are www subdomains have all the authority, so you can either enforce a www prefix or you can have it without the www according to what domain name is going to give you the most authority. Niche, simply for your reference again, you can put whatever you like in there, whatever it might be. And fetch levels deep. So if it's one fetch level deep, on the home page of the age site, of the site to be restored, there may be a link to an inner page. And so that'll be one fetch level deep. If that links to an inner page that links to another inner page, that's 2 fetch levels deep. And if it links to a third page, that's 3 fetch levels deep. We recommend 3. Because it's all automated for you, so you might as well have as much of the site as possible. Then simply put your file FTP address, which are details. If you don't know them, just ask your hosting account customer support and they'll give you FTP address, port, username and password. Absolutely no problem at all. Just get those from your hosting provider if you're not familiar with them. I'm not going to save that. I'm just going to go to some existing projects and show you we've got 2 projects we're running in this account, and as soon as you've entered your project, it'll appear here with whatever name you've given the project. Go to manage and you can see in here we've got 1 so far aged domain that we've been restoring. In fact, we have restored it. It gives us a status, gives us the capture date, how many fetch levels we went, and the niche that we entered in the project creation step a moment ago. So I'm going to go to edit is for editing some of these project details. I'm going to go to manage and manage the project. Now as soon as we've put an aged domain into project manager and created a project, the Phoenix will go back to the archive.org Wayback Machine and start capturing all these screenshots. And what you can see very quickly is all these different capture dates. Many of them are very, very poor capture dates in archive.org. It's one of the most time-consuming things with a very slow responding archive.org is to find a capture date that looks good. And what we've been able to do is by capturing all these screenshots automatically from all the different capture dates over time, we can very quickly start to see what looks good. Let's click on it and get a bit more detail. Well, that's not a bad one, but look, there's a lot of stuff missing and broken in the archive.org record, so we don't really want that point, but quite quickly we can begin to find a capture point that looks good. And we can quite simply check it out by going to the menu here, click View Page, and it will now open archive.org at that capture date so we can have a look at the page as it looks within archive.org, see if there's anything broken, click around and look at the different links and so on, and get a good feel for the site before we decide, yep, I'm happy with this capture date. Once we are happy, we'll simply click Restore Site. And what you'll see, you're about to restore an website that will charge 1 credit. Do you wish to continue? Click Yes, and it now says in progress. Now, we've already restored a different capture date here. We preferred this one just down a little bit lower. And right here, we've got now under the menu more options. We can check the Wayback Machine again and look at the capture date on the Wayback Machine. We can view restored. Now this is still hosted on restoredsites.com, but much quicker to jump around, have a good look at the site and check that we're happy on our nice fast server that the restored site looks good before we take any further action. The further action we're going to take, we can either upload it straight to our hosting account straight away and make it live on the internet. We can download all the files to our computer, or most importantly, and this is what you're going to want to do first, is we'll go to the web editor, and the web editor shows us all the pages that have been downloaded and restored within restoredsites.com. And if you hover over them, we can either view them, which is on our own site, restoredsites.com. Again, we're back to viewing. We can copy the link to the page, we can change the name of the page, or we can edit the page. Click on editor. Brilliant. What you see is what you get. Quite straightforward text editor, so we can now go to this page and we can add whatever words we want and our link, whatever link we want. Suppose we want to add the word a link to the words optimal nutrition. Just click on the link and we can type our URL in there, and we've added a link. Now this paragraph is one that we added. This was not on the original site. So we wrote this little paragraph at the bottom of the home page. We put a link to one of our websites that we're promoting, and we are done. This site is now not only restored, but we've got our own homepage link, or you can put your link whatever you want on any of the other inner pages. I'm not going to obviously save those changes I just made. Both the homepage or any of the inner pages, we can edit them with that very simple what you see is what you get editor, and we can add new pages this way if we want, very simply by, for example, copying the index page. We can copy it and add some new content as well. Very simple to do. Once we're completely happy, and you'll see down on this page, first of all, the restore is still in progress, the one that we started just a moment ago, and that will take a short while, but here's the one that was already restored, and I can now simply click FTP upload and it will be loaded up to the hosting account. And we've already got that, so I'm just going to open this in a new account, and here we are live on the internet, honorary.org. Here is the restored expired site. Here is the link to our own domain that we're promoting. Done. Literally a few minutes of work. I've taken you through the entire process. Restorer takes a few more minutes just working in the background to actually do the restoration, but in terms of the input that you have to make, it's minutes of work for a beautiful restored site, live, aged domain, live on the internet with your link on the home page or inner pages as you see fit. Hopefully that helps, guys. It's pretty simple and easy to use.